Hello and welcome to Itenert. Many acknowledge Africa's omission from global currency rankings, considering it houses the world's 10 least developed nations. Despite this, certain African currencies hold influence in the foreign exchange market. The prevailing economic challenges across the continent are exemplified by the São Toméan Dobra, standing as the lowest valued currency in Africa and one of the weakest globally. Having a strong currency provides numerous benefits to African economies, ranging from increased purchasing power and attracting foreign investment to lower import costs and more international trade. While monetary strength is frequently associated with stability and prosperity, the benefits go far beyond mere symbolism. As a result, governments have been tasked with strengthening their currencies. Surprisingly, numerous African currencies surpass the Naira, Nigeria's official currency, despite Nigeria boasting the continent's largest economy with the highest nominal GDP, a crucial factor in currency valuation. It's noteworthy that the United States dollar, USD, sets the global standard for currency ranking, forming the basis for evaluating the strength or purchasing power of each currency. Have you ever wondered which country has the highest currency in Africa? In this video, I present to you the top 10 strongest currencies in Africa in 2025. But before that, if you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe, like, and share the video. Let's hear you in the comment box below. Tell us where you are watching from. Now here are the top 10 strongest currencies in Africa in 2025. Let's begin with the South African Rand, which ranks 10th among the strongest currencies in Africa in 2025, with an exchange rate of approximately 18.10 Rand to $1. The Rand was officially introduced in February 1961, replacing the South African pound. In its early years, especially before the end of apartheid, the Rand maintained a relatively stable exchange rate with the US dollar. However, as South Africa became more integrated into the global economy, the currency began to fluctuate more significantly, in response to both international and domestic pressures. What strengthens the Rand's influence today is its role within the common monetary area, where Lesotho, Namibia, and Eswatini have pegged their own national currencies, the Lati, Namibian Dollar, and Lilangeni, directly to the Rand on a one-to-one basis. This peg reinforces the Rand's regional dominance and importance in southern Africa. Despite facing persistent challenges such as political instability, unemployment, and slow economic growth, the South African Rand remains Africa's most traded currency and is among the top 20 most traded currencies globally. Its resilience is a testament to South Africa's financial system, its mineral wealth, and its regional leadership in commerce and banking. At number 9, on our list of the strongest African currencies in 2025, is the Namibian Dollar, trading at approximately 18.07 Namibian dollars to $1. The Namibian Dollar was officially introduced in 1993, just a few years after the country gained independence from South African rule in 1990. It replaced the South African Rand as the official currency, although the Rand continues to circulate freely and remains legal tender within Namibia. This is possible due to Namibia's participation in the Common Monetary Area, which pegs the Namibian dollar to the South African Rand at a 1-to-1 ratio. Interestingly, when the new currency was being conceptualized, alternative names such as the Namibian Kalahar, inspired by the Kalahari Desert, were considered. However, the government eventually settled on the name Namibian Dollar. Supported by Namibia's rich mineral resources, particularly diamonds and uranium, and its reputation for fiscal prudence, the Namibian dollar has remained relatively stable. The one-to-one peg to the Rand provides a layer of monetary stability, making it one of the more trusted currencies in southern Africa. Ranked at number 8 on our list of Africa's strongest currencies is the Lesotho Lati, which exchanges at approximately 18.09 Lati to $1 in 2025. The Lati was first introduced in 1966, initially as a non-circulating currency, meaning it existed for accounting purposes but wasn't used by the general public. It wasn't until 1980 that it became the official circulating currency of Lesotho, a small, landlocked kingdom entirely surrounded by South Africa. The Lati is pegged to the South African Rand at a 1-to-1 ratio, and both currencies are accepted as legal tender throughout the country. This monetary arrangement is made possible through Lesotho's membership in the Common Monetary Area, which also includes Namibia and Eswatini. It ensures stability and facilitates cross-border trade and investment. Although Lesotho has a relatively small and agriculture-driven economy, the country maintains a disciplined monetary policy, largely influenced by its close economic ties with South Africa. This connection underpins the Lati's value, keeping it stable at 18.09 to the dollar, and securing its place among Africa's strongest currencies. At number 7 on our list of the strongest currencies in Africa is the Eritrean Nagfa, with a consistent exchange rate of 15 Nagfa to $1. The Nagfa was introduced in 1997, following Eritrea's independence from Ethiopia, and it replaced the Ethiopian birr as the official currency. Its name honors the town of Nagfa, a symbol of Eritrean resistance during the War for Independence. Unlike most currencies that float or are just based on market forces, Eritrea uses a fixed exchange rate system. The government has maintained the Nagfa at 15 to $1 for many years, ensuring predictability and control over its value. This fixed rate is a deliberate policy to stabilize the economy and avoid inflation. Although the Nagfa is not freely convertible on international markets, it remains one of the most stable currencies in Africa. Its tight control by the Eritrean government limits its global circulation, but it has gained recognition for its liquidity within the region and resistance to market shocks. Despite challenges like limited foreign reserves and international sanctions, the Nagfa holds firm as a symbol of national pride and monetary resilience. Holding the 6th position on our list of Africa's strongest currencies is the Botswana Pula, with an exchange rate of approximately 13.48 Pula to $1 in 2025. The Pula was officially introduced in 1976, replacing the South African rand as Botswana's national currency. The name Pula means rain in the Setswana language, a meaningful term in one of the most arid regions of southern Africa, where rain is considered a rare and cherished blessing. Botswana's strong currency is supported by decades of economic and political stability, driven largely by the country's robust diamond industry, sound fiscal policies, and low levels of corruption. Over the years, Botswana has consistently ranked among the most economically stable and well-managed countries in Africa. Though the Pula experienced a notable depreciation in 2005, due to economic adjustments and regional competition, it has remained one of the continent's most respected and valuable currencies. Its credibility is further affirmed by its presence on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, which signals a high level of investor trust in Botswana's financial system. Ranked at number 5 on our list is the Seychelles Rupee, which currently trades at approximately 14.20 rupees to $1, making it the strongest currency in East Africa. The Seychelles Rupee was first introduced in 1914 during the colonial period, and underwent major redesigns following Seychelles independence in 1976. Over the years, the currency has evolved to reflect the nation's cultural identity and economic transformation. What makes the Seychelles Rupee exceptionally strong is Seychelles' economic structure, which is built on 3 pillars: a thriving tourism industry, a productive fishing sector, and consistent foreign direct investment. These industries generate valuable foreign exchange inflows, which help support the rupee's value. Additionally, Seychelles boasts one of the highest GDPs per capita in Africa, and its independent central bank plays a key role in maintaining fiscal discipline and monetary stability. The government's prudent economic management, coupled with a relatively diversified economy, has allowed the Seychelles Rupee to hold its ground even in turbulent global conditions. Its resilience and solid backing make the SCR not just a symbol of national pride, but a standout performer on the continent. Taking the 4th spot on our list of the strongest African currencies is the Ghanaian Sadi, currently trading at approximately 10.24 cedis to $1 in 2025. It holds the title of the most valuable currency in West Africa. The modern Sadi was reintroduced in July 2007, replacing the older, inflation-weakened Ghanaian Sadi at a rate of 1 Ghana Sadi to 10,000 Ghana cedis. This redenomination aimed to restore confidence in the national currency and simplify transactions. Since then, the Sadi has experienced both periods of strength and volatility. In 2020, the Ghanaian Sadi was recognized as one of the best-performing currencies in the world, appreciating significantly against the US dollar due to tight fiscal management and strong investor sentiment. However, by 2022, external shocks such as the Russia-Ukraine war, rising import costs, and capital outflows triggered sharp depreciation, making the Sadi one of the worst performers globally that year. Yet, in 2024 and into 2025, the Sadi has rebounded impressively, thanks to comprehensive economic reforms, fiscal discipline, and renewed investor confidence. Ghana's growing digital economy, improved tax collection systems, and strategic use of its natural resources, especially gold and oil, have further strengthened the currency's position. With its current value and relative stability, the Ghanaian Sadi continues to serve as a benchmark currency in West Africa. Ranked third among Africa's strongest currencies is the Moroccan Duram, which currently trades at around 9.17 dirhams to $1 in 2025. The Duram was officially introduced in 1959, replacing the Moroccan franc shortly after the country gained independence. Since its introduction, the Duram has played a central role in Morocco's economic development. Interestingly, it is not traded on international currency markets, and its export is restricted by law, a move designed to shield the currency from global volatility and speculative trading. The Bank Al Maghrib, Morocco's central bank, is responsible for regulating and maintaining the Duram stability. The currency is used not only in Morocco but also functions as the de facto currency in Western Sahara, further extending its influence in North Africa. The strength of the Duram is underpinned by decades of sustained economic reforms, many of which were introduced under the leadership of King Mohammed VI. These reforms have fostered a well-diversified economy, with key sectors including tourism, agriculture, automobile and aerospace manufacturing, and renewable energy. Morocco's efforts to attract foreign investment and integrate into global supply chains have bolstered its fiscal health and helped keep the Duram stable and strong. With solid governance, prudent monetary policy, and a forward-looking economic agenda, the Moroccan Duram remains one of the most valuable and trusted currencies on the African continent. At number 2 on our list of Africa's strongest currencies is the Libyan Dinar, with an exchange rate of approximately 5.43 dinars to $1 as of 2025. The Libyan Dinar was introduced in 1971, shortly after Muammar Gaddafi's coup d'état, which led to the replacement of the Libyan pound. Since then, the dinar has been issued and regulated by the Central Bank of Libya, which is responsible for overseeing its monetary policy and supply. Despite decades of political instability, internal conflict, and economic sanctions, the Libyan dinar has surprisingly remained one of the most valuable currencies in Africa. This is primarily due to Libya's vast oil reserves, which serve as the backbone of its economy. Crude oil exports account for over 90% of the country's total revenue, providing a consistent inflow of foreign currency and supporting the dinar's value. In addition, the central bank maintains a strictly managed exchange rate policy, aimed at controlling inflation and preserving currency stability, even amidst economic uncertainty. Although Libya's banking and financial systems face challenges, the strength of the dinar reflects the country's significant natural resource wealth and cautious fiscal measures. At a time when many currencies in the region struggle with devaluation, the Libyan dinar stands firm, making it the second strongest currency in Africa today. At number 1, topping the list of the strongest currencies in Africa for 2025, is the Tunisian dinar, with an exchange rate of approximately 2.97 dinars to $1, making it the most valuable currency on the continent. The Tunisian dinar was officially launched in 1958, just 2 years after Tunisia gained independence from France. It replaced the franc and was initially pegged to the US dollar, establishing a solid foundation for monetary policy in the newly independent nation. One of the major reasons behind the dinar's continued strength is Tunisia's historically low inflation rate, supported by prudent fiscal management and a relatively stable banking sector. The country has avoided the extreme inflation seen in many other emerging economies, and the government has taken a conservative approach to currency management over the decades. What truly sets the Tunisian dinar apart is the government's strict currency regulations. It is illegal to import, export, or freely convert the dinar into foreign currencies, a measure that reduces speculative attacks and helps protect the currency from external shocks. These controls, though restrictive, have played a key role in preserving the dinar's value and stability. Backed by tight monetary policy, regulatory safeguards, and a disciplined central bank, the Tunisian dinar remains Africa's strongest currency, a symbol of resilience in a challenging regional economic environment. And there you have it, the top 10 strongest currencies in Africa for 2025. From the powerful Tunisian dinar at the very top, to the ever-resilient South African rand anchoring the list, these currencies reflect a continent rich in economic diversity, resource wealth, and monetary resilience. Despite global challenges, these African nations have demonstrated that strong fiscal management, strategic reforms, and stable governance can elevate a currency's value and global standing. Some entries may have surprised you, perhaps for their strength despite small size, or for how well they've rebounded from past struggles. Which of these currencies surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more insightful content about Africa's economy, leadership, and development. Thanks for watching. It's been Itenert, and we'll see you in the next one.